Welcome to the Bondi Scrapper channel. The people have spoken. I put up a video a couple of days back asking what you wanted me to scrap next, and the unanimous decision was the chlorine generator, and that's great. Let's have a quick look at it. It's a water-made chlorine generator, and I believe these things, what they do is pools that have got chlorinators like this have salt in them. And it uses the dissolved salt, and it uses electrolysis on the dissolved salt in order to create chlorine gas. So there you go, which means you use a lot less chlorine, but boy, you've certainly got to make sure that the steel reinforcement in the pool is well embedded in the concrete so that you don't go getting concrete cancer. It's an interesting thing. This one here, wait on, now which one was it? I believe that one there is power in. It's got an outlet there to plug into the pump, maybe, something like that. That looks like a switch, but possibly not. Certainly that's a switch. Are we pointing? Yeah, there we go, that's a switch. And this one here, that goes outwards, and I think that's some type of control circuit, but who knows, although it looks more like it's an incomer rather than an outgoer. Who knows? Let's pull it apart, see what we got. So that's just mild steel, and peeking over the edge here, this looks exciting. Oh yeah, okay, so this is really interesting. Big chunk of extruded aluminium, there's a heat sink there, a few wires, and a nice big, I think they call that a toroidal transformer. That thing there, big round thing. Let's pull that apart. I've got to go and get some tools. Held in by a single bolt. So we'll get rid of that. These wires have got a bit of diameter to them, I'll tell you. Or not. That's them gone. What else have we got here? Okay, no wonder that wouldn't come out. I had a nut on the other side, and that's just daggy steel. In the steel bin with that. That there, so that thing there. I'll bring a knife with me, yes it did. If we care to look at that. It's got a plastic cover on it. This knife is rubbish, but I can't find my Stanley knife. Disappeared off the face of the earth. That is all copper. Burnt copper, they'd classify that is, so I can either put that in as a transformer, just like that, or I can put it in as burnt copper. And having undone one of these before, no matter how much patience you've got, it just takes forever. So I'm going to put that in my transformers bin. So there you go. So that's the winner out of that. There is a good, I reckon there's about 4 kilos there. Maybe not that, maybe 3. And I think the other day I was getting $1.10 a kilo for it. So there's $4 or $5 there, I guess. Nice big chunk of extruded aluminium. Not a lot of weight there. There's at best, I don't know, a couple of 100 grams. So I guess that's what are we on at the moment for that? About $1.65 a kilo or something like that, $1.50 a kilo. So there's, I don't know, 30 cents there. But it's a nice piece of it's a nice heat sink if you need something like that. Take the circuit board out. Snip the wires off. These two little black things, they'll be, I'll call them relays. So if you pull them off, they will have copper coils inside them. So just get a screwdriver under there somehow. Oh, look at that. So yeah, bit of copper there. They come apart really easy. The wires out. So my bunch aren't going to accept that. So I need to chop that off here. Don't even know what that's for. But that's not unusual, is it? That there is a nice bit of copper, so we can take our blunt knife and God only knows where my good knives have gone. What I'm trying to do is straighten this out. And then, there we go. There we go. Slip the sheath off somehow. Beyond the point of no return, I've committed now. Oh, there we go. Couple of nice bits of burnt copper there. Certainly not worth the amount of time I just put into doing that, but that's life, isn't it? The reason why I called that burnt copper is because it's got a coating on it. So therefore can't go as bare bright. All these bits here, you can feel they've got a really loose sheath on them, so you can just rip that off, get some more burnt copper. What else we got here? I have no idea what that is. It's not metallic, so it could be copper. Might be a bit of copper. We'll get the file onto that in a minute. Alright, you get the gist of that. We've got wire, we need to strip some of it back. Other stuff can just go straight into the wire bin. What have we got here? Got the 3-pin plug that we saw before. Let's see if we can get that out. There'll be a little bit of brass in that, but of course the screws are not. So they are rusty. That comes out like this. So that 3-pin power outlet there, to get that out there's a screw just in the middle there, just there. There we go, that's that done. In the bin for the plastic. Wires for the switches. We can pull the switches out too. They've got little tabs just on the side. Hope you can see that. This is where the 240 was coming in, I think, or maybe that's where the control wires were going out to the electrolyzer or whatever you want to call that thing. That's the connectors. They're easy to take out. And this thing probably, yep, has a tab. Go. And that's our casing stripped down as much as we want. It's shred steel, whatever you want to call that. Give me 5 minutes, I'm going to strip this down, you don't want to see it. So everything's cleaned up. I guess that took half an hour, I don't know. And you'll see that the hourly rate is not fantastic, but that's okay because, hey, we're getting this out of landfill. And that's all good. There's our lovely toroidal transformer, and 4.4 kilos, near enough. And how did that turn out? Well, transformers at the moment, 4.4 kilos are $1.10 a kilo, and that'll give us $4.80. We had our piece of extruded aluminium, and as I said, not much in that, 0.33 of a kilogram. What's that, 300 grams odd, and $1.90 a kilo, so 62 cents for that. Burnt copper wire, there, and that includes those two little relays. Burnt copper wire was 400 grams, $10.65 a kilo, 42 cents. The insulated copper, 700 grams, no, 0.07 of a kilogram, 70 grams, $3.95 a kilo, 27 cents. Now I've got two types of brass now, according to my metal man, and this one here is just mega clean brass, no paint on it, no little bits of plumber's tape or anything like that, and they're calling that premium brass at the moment, and that's getting $6.75 a kilogram. It can't have any of the little, where are we? See the little contact on there? Can't have that. Focus, you bastard. Yeah, can't have a little contact like that on it. It's got to be pure clean brass. And $6.75 a kilo for that. And there wasn't much there. There was 30 grams, but that gives us 20 cents. And then all the other bits of brass here, they're all called mixed brass. And normally I would throw out of that little chocolate block thing, I'd throw these connectors in as pure brass, but if you look down the guts of it there, you should be able to see that. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. See the bit in the middle? Right in the middle of the hole? And that is generally a little bit of steel, and so it won't show up on a magnet unless it's the most amazing magnet in the world, but yeah, it's not good. So they get chucked in with the what we're calling mixed brass now, apparently, according to the docket. So a bit of mixed brass, those tiny bits of copper off the whatever the electronic things are called. They'll go in with my, I call it dirty copper, second grade copper, and a bit of steel. But the mixed brass, there was 20 grams, 0.02 of a kilo, $6.55, 13 cents. So the total for that whole thing, without the steel, there's a couple of cents worth of steel, $6.44 for the lot. I guess that's okay. We made a video out of it, that's good. And it's certainly not the type of thing that I would just throw into shred, because I know that there is copper in it. So yeah, $6.44, not overly hard to do. Hope you enjoyed that. The people has spoken type video where everyone said, or everyone, 3 people, where thank you, have said do the chlorinator. We have, and I don't know what we'll do next. Bit of a bonanza. One of the neighbours is gutting the whole interior of their apartment. So I spoke to the people doing the demolition, and they gave me 2 stainless steel sinks, which are a bit odd because this bit here is magnetic. So it must be double skinned from what I can see. So it'll be interesting to see what I get for them. That's how they do them now. They seem to have a stainless steel top, stainless steel inner bowl, but the outer bowl is magnetic. Maybe it's just really crap stainless steel. And he gave me a couple of gas cooktops, and it'll be interesting to compare these, which I know are as cheap as anything. They're a cheap and nasty brand put in when the place was built 15 years ago. And compare them, the Dolce brand, with, I think this is a Smeg. Certainly there's a lot of difference in weight. Anyway, I digress, going off the subject as normal. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you feel like it. Don't if you don't want to. Who cares, whatever. Subscribers are good though. And see you next time, bye.